We need to get one thing straight. Right here, right now, man to man. I'm not here to hate on the Bruce Lee agenda in MMA. I'm here to make sure the people who view my content have correct and accurate opinions on the sport. What seems to be the worst take I always hear is the belief that Bruce Lee is legit. This video is to tell you that you are wrong, but I'm not trying to insult you. Take this as a gift from me to you for your knowledge going forward as a fan of the sport, and especially if you're thinking about pursuing MMA yourself. This is the absolute first thing you need to know. This is the lowest low tier of being a casual or a poser that you could possibly be. The same people that think Bruce Lee is legit are the same people you see going on street beefs and getting knocked out in front of millions of people. And trust me, that is a very sad way to go, and that is not who you want to be.
Some users may find the following Bruce Lee footage disturbing.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I want to know what it is that makes you Bruce Lee believers out there so convinced. Was he your childhood hero? Is it his wise philosophy? Is it the way he looks in fight scenes? If Bruce Lee was in the UFC, he would most likely fight at bantamweight, maybe even featherweight considering he's about 140 lean. So you're telling me if he got in the octagon with anyone in the bantamweight division, he would win a single fight? The hard truth is, he couldn't even fight in amateur MMA. He's an undeniable legend when it comes to acting, filmmaking, and making high-pitched noises, but there is never a time where Bruce Lee was a serious competitor in any mixed martial arts. Let's talk about when Bruce Lee won the Inter-School Individual Boxing Championship. Sounds legit, right? This is Bruce Lee's only real fight, and he won. The catch is, the guy who he beat, Gary Elms, has never even fought before. Not only has the guy never fought before, but he's never fought after either. There's not even any proof of this fight ever happening. It was a completely staged boxing match between two guys who do not know how to fight. So when people bring up the argument of Mike Tyson versus Bruce Lee, it's an immediate red flag, letting everyone around them know that person has no idea what they're talking about. 140-pound Bruce Lee versus 220-pound Mike Tyson is insane. If Mike Tyson was 100 pounds, it wouldn't even be competitive. Here's the long list of combat sports awards and achievements given to Bruce Lee. First, we have the previously mentioned Hong Kong Inter-School Boxing Championship, which was super legit. Next, we have the National Karate Championship, which I haven't mentioned. This took place in Washington, D.C. He was awarded for being in attendance all 4 years that he went, and he was even a judge in 1968, but he did not compete himself. And we have the Long Beach International Karate Championship, where he was awarded for his contribution, and that was the epic video we saw of him fighting earlier. You can argue that Bruce Lee was the first big name to mix combat sports together, and no doubt he was a face of that forefront. So it's not like all he did was movies. He definitely had a hand in the creation of MMA, but that does not mean he was good at it. The sport was still in its infant stages, and even today it's still considered a new sport. If you watch the NBA, for example, those guys are light years ahead from where they started, but MMA is not. Obviously, the skill level now compared to back then is night and day, but we have a very, very long way to go. The sport of MMA seems to be at its peak right about now, with new stars popping up every couple months, from wrestlers like Hamza and Islam to strikers like Pereira and Fiziev. Respect to Bruce Lee, rest in peace, and thank you for your contribution to creating MMA, but the argument that he had the knowledge to be able to train modern day fighters or even compete himself is ridiculous. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts or any points I might have missed. Make sure you leave a like on this video to help me out. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.